Hola, amigas y amigos.
Hello friends! Before all our trips, the first thing we have to do is pack our bags. So when you come, you're going to go throughout this process. But for now, I want you to see what we do to prepare for our trips.
Nosotros hacemos para preparar nuestro viaje. Entonces, lo primero es...
Well, the first thing is to make sure that the bag that we take to the field is comfortable and has no wheels, like this one.
Nada de rueditas o cosas así, sino
One that allows us to walk throughout the community.
por todo el territorio. Lo principal es donde vamos a dormir.
The main thing is where we're going to sleep, so we always carry hammocks and mosquito nets.
Entonces, esto es el tipo de hamaca o chinchorro.
This is the type of hammock we use and the net for the bugs at night. So we fold all of this and pack it away.
Doblamos y lo guardamos. Ahora, por si llueve,
Now, in case it rains, well, this is for the hammock too. And in case it rains, we wear our rubber boots, and in case it doesn't rain, we take our running shoes to be able to walk and walk and walk.
nuestros tenis de terreno para poder caminar y caminar y caminar.
So, this must go in and it must fit.
Debe caber. Por último, llevamos nuestra ropa.
Finally, we pack our clothes. We try to be very light, wear comfortable and waterproof clothing.
Debemos llevar
We must bring a towel, face mask, and lastly, and most important thing, we bring our first aid kit.
botiquín. Por fin.
Finally, with this, we already have our bag ready so that tomorrow we can travel.
Lista para que mañana salgamos de viaje. Hola, amigas y amigos.
Hello, friends. Well, we're going to the El Guayabo community. We're going with the bag that we packed yesterday and 3 super important elements for the accompaniment. A notebook, where we take notes of the events of what happened in the field, information, and names that we need or things that we always notice.
Nombres, lo que necesitemos, siempre lo anotamos aquí.
Our camera, to document throughout videos and pictures, and some flyers with CPT information when we have to meet with the authorities or armed actors. So with nothing else left to take, we can go. So join us!
Podemos ir, así que acompáñenos.
We have arrived at the Yuma River Terminal, which is named after the term used by the Yariguillas indigenous people to refer to the Magdalena River. Riding to the rhythm of the boat, we will embark on a journey on the most important river in Colombia, a tour of its channels that shows how millions of Colombians build their lives around these waters, how they struggle and resist in the midst of it. El Guayabo is one of these communities, and they're waiting for us. Let's go!
A mí me gustaría decirle a todas las personas que hoy nos están viendo.
I would like to tell all the people who are watching us today that I am from the township called El Guayabo. That is in the municipality of Puerto Wilches in the department of Santander, Colombia. El Guayabo is a small town of approximately 143 houses, 514 inhabitants, and we are hard-working people. We are people of peace. We are never a violent people. Here, something that you can say most characterizes us is that we are a people who love to celebrate. We love to dance. We are more of the Caribbean race, although we are located in the department of Santander. Geographically, we are located in the township in the department of Santander. But culturally, we are more Caribbean than Santander. We love to celebrate very much.
Más de caribeño que de santanderiano. Nos encanta mucho la fiesta.
We live from agriculture, small-scale cattle raising, and we would love for you to come to this town to see how we enjoy life here. Most of us are from here, from this town. We are robust and chubby people, because here what God has most provided for us is food. We have and we enjoy thanks to God because we are hard-working people and we produce food. We enjoy a good diet. We produce almost all of our own food. We produce it ourselves. Plantain, yuca, corn, we have fish, beef, chicken, and free-range chickens. I mean, we produce practically all of our food, and that is why I would like to tell you to visit this village. The person who comes here to El Guayabo comes one day, and it won't be the only time they'll come, because we are people who, if something great characterizes us, is solidarity and love towards all our friends. I love you very much. You are our friends. God bless you.
Buenos compañeros, buenas tardes para todos y todas. Mi nombre es Eric Jesse Payares.
Well, friends, good afternoon to all of you. My name is Eric Jesse Payares. I am a leader of El Guayabo Township, Vice President of the Agropegu Association. Therefore, we thank you and welcome your arrival here in our territory. We really thank you for your presence because we want to share with you part of our experience, what happens to us in our territory, what the community feels at this time of your arrival, what has been felt with many delegations. When delegations have arrived in the township, this transformation is seen in the community. So starting from here, I'll share with you part of what we have experienced. Judicial persecution, stigmatization, and also threats. Women and children have experienced the issue of threats for defending our rights to the land and territory, because land is life. So we ask that our voices be heard at the national and international level, because you know what defending the right to land and territory in our Colombia means. And it is important to repeat it. They assassinate our men and women leaders. So we want our voice to be heard nationally and internationally.
A nivel nacional e internacional.
The best way to know what is happening in El Guayabo is through the stories that they're about to tell us. Join us!
Acompáñennos.
Bueno, pues muy buenas tardes, buenos días.
Well, a very good afternoon to you. I'll tell you a little part of the history of this community of El Guayabo and how it was born. El Guayabo, which means hangover, has the name Guayabo because historically there was a person who came and he founded the village of Guayabo. Well, at first it was a farm. He would go and drink beer in a village at the time that was Badillo, which from history says that it is 400 or 450 years old. He went to the market and drank beer in the village of Badillo, and then worked off the hangover in El Guayabo. In other words, the farm is now a township. So that's why El Guayabo is called El Guayabo.
O sea, porque es como el guayabo de tomar, de eso. Y a raíz de eso, pues ya pues...
From the year 1986, farmers began to work on the land.
Derecha del corregimiento, pues campesinos de los años 1986 comienzan a...
To increase food production.
Hacer como el tema de señor y dueño, para fortalecerse por el tema de la comida y eso. Pues a raíz del tiempo...
It was in 2002, September 17, that an alleged son of a past owner named Octavio Lopez Franco appeared. An alleged son named Rodrigo Lopez Henao appeared. A man who arrived with the paramilitaries in 2002. As a result of that, the community is living this very regrettable situation. All to take away the rights from the people. The right to land, the right to territory, the right to life. This is how the paramilitaries arrived. That was the plan. That is, to displace people, to take away their land. As a result of that resistance, that we began to see, the community became stronger day by day.
2012. En el 2012, el 2 de febrero, aparece ya.
Then Mr. Rodrigo Lopez Henao appeared in 2012, on February 2nd. He appeared with a political and legal strategy of power with support from the paramilitaries. So as a result of that, seeing that this person arrived with the legal and paramilitary power, as a community, we had to create an association. That is how the Agropegu Association was born. Agropegu means El Guayabo Fishing, Livestock and Farming Association.
Agrícola, pecuaria, pesquera del Guayabo. Entonces, de ese día se...
The first step that was taken as an association was to protect the lives of the women, the men, and the children. Second, take care of the territory because they wanted to evict us violently, and they did. So what also helped us as an association was to be heard and also to look for allies. As an association, we were strengthened by looking for allies, organizations that would help us, organizations that had a political voice, a voice at the national and international level. We help each other to become stronger, to be able to have at least that force within the territory. The truth is, we did strengthen ourselves in the territory as an association. We developed strong lines of work, but we also had to have allies to strengthen ourselves so that they would not displace us, so that they did not kill us, because as a result of that, we also suffered a lot. Being organized, we also suffered from the state. Many difficult situations due to threats. They prosecuted us as community leaders for defending the right to land and territory. Why defend our rights? The land and the territory is life. We believe that the food we eat and produce is life. The truth is that we believe that it is not just the territory. It's that food that is life. And if they displace us, where will we go? And the land we want is here. We don't want to leave where we were born. We do not want to leave our territory.
We wanted to ask the people of the Guayabo community the importance of this land process for them, also to know what sustains them to continue resisting despite everything, discover why solidarity has played a crucial role in their struggles. And last but not least, the community has a message for you who have joined this virtual tour today.
Bueno, para mí es importante este proceso porque...
Well, for me, this process is important because this is the way that we can make known, not only to Colombia, but to the whole world, the need that we have for the land.
La necesidad que nosotros tenemos de la tierra.
The process is very important because it's a process for formation and support for our community.
Pues este proceso es importante para nosotros porque...
This process is important to us because we want this land. We do not want to be located elsewhere, but right here close to our village.
This process is important for our lives because the lives of our children and grandchildren depend on it.
Para seguir luchando a pesar de todo lo que las dificultades que hemos tenido y que cada vez
to continue struggling despite of all the difficulties we have had, and that each time the difficulties are greater. We are sustained by the desire to have a piece of land to work on. In Colombia, the right to land is something that is fought for. This is very difficult because there is a small group that wants to take over all the lands.
un pequeño grupo que se quiere apoderar, se quiere adueñar de todas las tierras.
The right to love and live for the land sustains me.
A nosotros nos sostiene.
What supports us to continue fighting for the land? Firstly, the faith in our Lord and the support of the organizations.
Acompañamiento de las organizaciones.
Me anima que comes.
It encourages me that we depend on that process and on the land. We all depend on it. My children, my grandchildren, and we have to move forward because forward is where we're going.
Echamos para adelante, porque para adelante es para allá.
Yo pienso que lo más importante, no solo para...
I think that the most important thing, not only for us, but for the whole world, is solidarity. It is important because when we are in solidarity, we help each other. It is the most important thing. That is a characteristic of our people. The people of El Guayabo are very supportive, and that is why we believe that God is with us always, because we are in solidarity. Look, if the whole world were in solidarity, the richest people would share not everything, but a large part of what they have with poor people.
Pero sí gran parte de lo que tienen con la gente pobre.
Solidarity teaches us to help each other.
La solidaridad es importante porque ahí nos...
Solidarity is important because there we feel stronger, with more love and with the desire to fight for our land.
Porque si no tenemos una persona o
Because if we don't have a person or people to help us, we don't do anything because we can't do it alone.
no ladremos nada, porque nosotros solos pues no podemos.
Mire, es importante para nosotros que las personas conozcan sobre este proceso porque
Look, it is important for us that people know about this process, because in Colombia, people who defend the right to land are always branded with many ugly names. That we belong to armed groups, that we are criminals, that we are this and that we are the other, all bad. And it is essential that people know about this process so that they know that we are not criminals. We are farmers who fight for the right to land, that we fight to have land to work on.
luchamos por el derecho a la tierra, que luchamos para tener una tierra donde trabajar.
Es importante que
It is important that people know our process so that they can help us make visible what is happening to us.
Es importante que las personas conozcan sobre esto.
It is important that people know about this process so that they also help us, accompany us, help us to strengthen ourselves here on the ground and continue fighting for our territory.
Adelante, luchando por nuestro territorio.
Es importante que las personas conozcan nuestro proceso.
It's important that people know our process from outside and from here in Colombia to help us strengthen the process further.
A fortalecer más el proceso.
gracias por estar hoy aquí en esta visita.
Thank you for being here today on this virtual tour. Come and visit us and continue sharing what you have learned today.
Hombre, yo le digo a las personas que nos ven en este video que
I tell the people who see us in this video to help us, accompany us, keep accompanying us, because really, well, many people have also come to accompany us from different parts of the world. And we also want more accompaniment because we really feel like we are alone. But thank God that people from other parts have always come. We also want to invite you to join us.
invitar que nos acompañen.
Que no nos dejen solos al proceso.
National and international organizations, don't leave us alone in this process. This is where the virtual visit to the Guayabo community ends. We leave happy to have received so much love from each and one of them. And you who have connected today to learn about all these stories, thank you very much. You're a fundamental part of our work. Until next time!